we're going to go ahead and get started here. Thank you all for being with us this morning. We really appreciate your continued membership in IIABL, and we're excited to share Catalyit with you. I'm going to share my screen. All right. So Catalyit is a new initiative, relatively new, that the IIABL board asked us to move forward with. The IIABL board has for 3 years now had improving the technology usage of our agents on our strategic plan, and Catalyit we think is a really great solution for that. It's supposed to be the ultimate technology resource for independent agents and for IIABL members. We all know that technology is extremely important, but our agents don't have the time, money, and energy to spend a lot of time really researching technology and becoming experts in that, because you have to be experts in insurance. You need to be out there selling and doing the things that you need to do. But we all know that, you know, as we advance into a Amazon age, a Google age, technology is becoming more and more important in order to future-proof your agency, to become more efficient and compete with people that are really slimming down their workforces and using technology in that way, and then just to provide the best customer experience that you can. People are getting used to the Amazon experience where it's a one-click purchase and all of that. So and we need to be able to keep up with that. I don't know if any of you saw, but Amazon recently entered the insurance space in the United Kingdom. So we'll see how that goes. But long and short of it is that we all know that technology needs to be in our agencies, but it's hard for us to stop working in our agencies and work on our agencies. And so we need help when we're trying to bring new technologies into our agency and identify what the right ones are that will really bring an ROI to your agency and not be a waste of time. And that's what technology is all about. The IIABL board asked us to create a resource. We went out and partnered with several other Big I state associations. There's 7 partner states that really got together, put some money, put some time, found the right people, and built Catalyit from the ground up. And so I'm going to show you what that is today. We'll go into Catalyit's website. You'll just go to catalyit.com. That's CATALYIT.com, Catalyit. Or you can go to our IIABL website, and there is a link on the homepage. But this is Catalyit.com. It is supposed to be a one-stop shop for you in order to show you what technology is out there and what you ought to be able to spend it on. It's not only available to one person in your agency, anyone in your agency as an IIABL member has access to Catalyit. So if you want to empower several members of your staff to sign up and look through the website and find the resources that might be best suited for your agency, you can do so at no extra charge. And we want to emphasize that this isn't just shiny toys. It's not people that are trying to be on the bleeding edge of technology necessarily. This is available for anybody. Catalyit is built to meet you where you are on your technology journey, whether you're just getting started and you need some very basic fundamental technology, if you're looking for phone systems and email systems and those kinds of things, or all the way up to the bleeding edge. If you really want to be experimenting with the brand new technologies that independent agencies are rolling out in the highest tech corners of the universe, you can do that, and Catalyit can help you, and anywhere in between. So it's really meant to meet you where you are and help you take that next step and identify, is there really a need for this? Will I get an ROI out of this, or is it just going to be a waste of my time? Steve Anderson, our CEO, likes to say that technology should be a profit center, not just an expense line item on your budget. So that's really what Catalyit is all about, is how do you leverage technology to really see a return rather than just waste some money and it's a shiny new toy for your CSRs at best, or at worst, it just frustrates them because they don't want to use it. So it's really meant to try to give you practical advice. So at the end of the day, when you think about technology, we want you to first think about Catalyit as your expert source. So how do you sign up? The main thing is you go to catalyit.com. Right here at the top, you hit get access. It'll ask you just a few pieces of information. This is all they'll ask, and you fill that out, hit get access, and you're in. Because you're an IIABL member, you don't even have to pay for full access. Normally you get partial access if you do this, and then there's a subscription cost, but the IIABL board has decided to make a strategic investment to buy that access for every single one of our members. And so you automatically get free access as soon as you fill out this form. And I would encourage you to do so and go explore the site a little, even if you're not sure you're interested, just see what they have, because there are a lot of tools that can help you, even just for some staff training and those kinds of things, even if you're not ready to make a technology purchase necessarily. So I'm going to look at the site so that we can explore what is there, because they have a ton of resources, and I just want to go through it at a high level. Okay, so this is the logged in experience. Once you're a member and you're ready to sign in, this is the welcome page where you'll land, and it immediately starts to bring you to some of the resources that is what makes Catalyit so powerful for independent agents. So why would you want Catalyit, I guess, is really the question that you're looking to answer. So here's some questions that you might be asking yourself that Catalyit can help you with. Say you're looking for some specific piece of technology. You're looking for a registered email service or a cybersecurity consultant or anything like that, but you're not sure which one you want. Catalyit can really help you there. So the main thing is here in the guides and reviews section, you can see a list of all kinds of different things that you might be looking for in your independent agency. And if you click on one, let's use cybersecurity as an example, it'll take you to a curated list of different options and why you might want them. So there's a high level overview of why you might be interested in this first place. And then it gives you some top things that you ought to look for in the cybersecurity consultant. So they want you to have strong antivirus, good backup, external monitoring, training for employees, and a strong anti-phishing policy. So those are just some of the high level things that you're going to be looking for. And then if you want to dive deeper into the actual players in the space, you scroll down, and this is a matrix that tells you all about the different players here at the top, and then some of the things that Catalyt's experts think are important for you to look for in one of these along the horizontal axis, and then obviously the dots tell you whether they're interested or not, whether they do that or not. And then if you want to learn a little bit more about them, you can click on the link. Let's use Motiva as an example, and it'll take you straight to the Catalyit page on Motiva, which gives you some quick stats and all that, and then links to their website if you want to contact Motiva, or an email address if you prefer. The other thing that you can do is demos. A lot of times agents are hesitant to set up demos because then you get the sales team on you and they're going to call you every day for the next 6 months until they wear you down and you buy in. So Catalyit has the opportunity for you to do demos in a little bit of a less stressful manner. So here under the Knowledge Hub, there's Catalyit live sessions, and there's 3 different kinds of Catalyit live sessions, and we'll go over all 3 of them, but the one that I'm interested in right now is the Demo Lounge. So this is a group demo where they're going to do it as a webinar like this, but for any agents that are interested, you can see here the next one that's scheduled is for India on November 15th. And that way, it's not you giving your email address and then the salespeople are going to hound you. You can ask questions, and the Catalyit experts will be on to make sure that they're asking questions and trying to flesh out, is this really a good solution for your agency? But it's not a one-on-one sales interaction, so that it's a little bit lower pressure for you. So that's what Catalyit offers as far as helping you select the right vendor once you've decided on something. But what about where to go? You know, you don't know how to get started. You know that you need to invest in technology, but you're not sure what the next step is, where there's really going to be an ROI for you. Or maybe it's even more than that. You just want to know how you're doing, generally speaking, with technology relative to other agents that you're competing with. Well, Catalyit has some options for you too. The first one that I want to bring your attention to is the Catalyit Success Journey. I think this is really powerful. It gives you kind of a pathway from the very basics when you first start your agency or your relatively low technology all the way up to the cutting edge. And it's broken out into what we call baseline, better, best, and beyond. That's the 4 categories that they've broken it into. And if you scroll the journey, it shows you some of the technologies that the Catalyit experts think at kind of baseline level, this is what you need. When you're first getting started and you're building your agency, this is where you're going. Then you want to improve. You want to really invest a little bit in technology. You want to maybe get a little bit more security because you're getting a more complex operation, those kinds of things. You'll move into the better. And these are some of the other things that you need to invest in. And obviously some of them are continued, the basic agency management system into more usage of your agency management system, et cetera. And so this is the path that you might follow. So if you're looking for where you might spend some time and money investing in technology, this is a good way to lay out for you. But they can do it even better. They can customize it for you if you'll take the time to take a tech assessment. So Catalyit has right here the tech assessment and custom roadmap. This is a customized roadmap for your agency. So you'll take an assessment. If you'll scroll down here, take this assessment and fill out. It is a little bit more comprehensive. It's not the 8 questions that they ask to sign up. This is a little bit more in depth, but it asks you about various aspects of your agency, where you are in cybersecurity, what you're using for email platform, where you are on email encryption, those kinds of things, and asks you really specifically. So it may, depending on the size and makeup of your agency, you may need a couple of people's input. If you have somebody that handles the IT in your agency, it's probably going to be helpful to have them involved in it. And you may also need to get some feedback from your frontline CSRs and producers, depending on how involved you are in them in the day. But if you fill this out, it'll return to you a customized roadmap. It says, this is where you are relative to other agencies. Most agencies are ahead of you in this area, and you may want to spend a little time. And here's a few things that you could invest in to catch up. And in this area, maybe you're way ahead. And so you're doing a really good job on cybersecurity, for instance. And so it gives you a specific path for how you can invest in your agency to see an ROI relative to other agencies that have taken the survey. And we've got quite a number of agencies, both locally and throughout the country, that have taken it. So it's a really good benchmark at this point. And then the last thing I'd show you is the agency tech survey. This is all about your tech stack. What products are you using? And it gives you once you fill out the survey, again, it's a relatively comprehensive survey, but it compares you to other agents that have gone through this, and it shows you what are kind of the best practices. So as far as agency management systems, these are the ones that people are using. These are the ones that people are happy with, and it compares you based on size and some of those other characteristics that you might be interested in. So it's a really good way to see what other agents are using as far as their technology and how you compare to them on that. So the last thing the second to last thing I want to talk about is just if you want to kind of keep up with what's going on in technology. There's a few things. I already mentioned the Catalyit Live. There's live webinars at least once or twice a month. We have 3 different kinds. I already mentioned the demo lounge. The second one is the hot topic. This is something that the Catalyit experts have been seeing in the news. Either one of the ones that they did recently that I thought was really strong was multi-factor authentication. A lot of you have probably seen with cybersecurity, multi-factor authentication is a big deal. If you don't have it, a lot of companies won't even quote you. So they talked through in detail why it's so important, what you need to know as far as selling to your customers, and what you need to know for your agency. You can see that the next one here is budgeting for technology. Obviously, technology is going to have a cost. Any technology you want to invest in is going to have a cost, and this is how you can budget for that and really show it as a profit center, not a line item. It's one of Steve's big things. Steve Anderson right here is our CEO at Catalyit. And then the last one is the open Q&A, and this is just a wide open question and answer session with our Catalyit experts. If you have something that you're curious about, you can just jump into this and ask it to our experts, and they'll be happy to answer it at no charge. Just as a Catalyit subscriber, you get access to a number of experts that have specific expertise in various areas, from cybersecurity to agency management utilization, all the way through to phone systems and everything else that you use in your agency. Beyond the live seminars, we also have a number of recorded things. So there's a few courses. This is a relatively new feature that's being one of them that we already have built is Tech as a Profit Center. As I've mentioned, that's one of Steve's big things. He's working on one on LinkedIn and a number of other ones. So these are kind of courses that have different modules and walk you through a process. And then for individual articles, there's this on-demand vault. So this is just a number of pieces on, a number of articles and videos on various technologies and marketing. Julie First is our marketing person. She talks about looking good on video. Steve talking about managing passwords. Lots of little articles and videos and things for you to digest at your convenience. And obviously the search bar is a good way to find it if you're looking for a specific one. So the Tech Tips newsletter is Steve's kind of thoughts for the day. He sends it out once a week, and it's what's top of mind for Steve. And that's something that you'll get signed up for as soon as you get into Catalyit. But there's also a vault of it here to look back at years now of Steve's tech tips, because he was running this program before he signed on with Catalyit, and we bought that intellectual property. So you can see some of the recent ones have been used Catalyit Success Journey, but there's all kinds of updates about what's happening in technology and what are some of the hot trends and topics. So it really gives you a window into Steve's mind and what's important to him in the technology space right now, and is a good way to kind of keep up with what's going on and see what's important in the agency technology world. And then the last thing is just, you need help. If you need help with something specific and you don't see a resource on it here and you're not even sure maybe where to get started, Catalyit can help you there too. And there's two ways. The first is the Catalyit helpline. If you go to the main page, it's right here at the top. If you have a question that you need an answer to, you can click here and call into the Catalyit helpline. There's a phone number, or you can submit a application and they'll get back to you, whichever way you prefer. And you can call in and talk to one of our experts that are available. I won't say 24/7 because they do sleep and we are a small team. But if they're not available to you right away, then they'll call you back very quickly to talk through with you maybe how to get registered email going in your agency. If you need to get started on that and you're not sure how to start, they can help you out with how to get started and how to get through that. Then if you need a little bit more in-depth work, if you want somebody to come in and do it for you, we do also offer consulting. So there is Catalyit Consulting, and we've got a number of experts. As I mentioned, their fields are a little bit varied. They have specializations, but they can walk through anything that you're doing, from a full agency management system implementation to a much smaller engagement where maybe you just want to set up some automated marketing, but you don't have the time and expertise to do that. They can come in and help you with that. So that's what Catalyit is. Basically, at the end of the day, what we hope is that anytime you're thinking about technology for your agency and you're not sure where to go to Catalyit. We've got experts, we've got articles, we've got everything that you need to learn about technology, to figure out where you can really invest to see a return on your investment. And that's what they're here to walk you through. So at this time, I want to keep this brief, so I'm going to be done unless anybody has any questions. Please go ahead and put them in the chat. There is a little chat bubble with a question mark in it that you can click on and submit any questions. But I want to thank you for your time and being with us this morning. And we really hope that you will take the time to check out Catalyit, at least go in and do this tech assessment and scroll through the Catalyit Success Journey. I think you can really learn a lot from that, and it's a great way to get started on your journey with technology. If you're not sure where to go next, that's the right place to start, and I think it can be really helpful for your agency. I'm not seeing any questions. Hopefully that means that I did a good job explaining and not that everybody's zoned out. But in any event, I appreciate your time and thank you for being here.